Hello! Incendiary Archers can burn everything. It doesn't matter if it's a cavalry or is fire resistant, it will get stunned. This, paired with quite high flame damage, makes them very interesting unit. Fire Archers can be unlocked in the ranged unit tree. They have a few additional upgrades there, but they don't seem to work at the moment, so save your honor. I will post an update in the comments when I see them fixed. Incendiary Archers are all about their flaming arrow skill. It increases their attack speed and allows them to use flaming arrows which can put enemies on fire. It also increases their armor penetration by around 15%. When fully upgraded, it deals 500 damage per tick and can stack 2 times. Additionally, target has a very high chance of being set ablaze, which stuns it for 3 seconds and deals a bonus 150 damage per tick. Note that stun is not applied to the players. I'm not sure if it's a bug or a feature. What's more, fire arrows are guaranteed to stop cavalry. Each time a horse gets hit, it will be stopped in place. Only exception I found are Sipahis, whose charge seems to be completely unstoppable. The flaming arrows come at a cost though. They increase ammo consumption, so you burn through arrows very quickly. They are also ineffective in the rain. Your archers will shoot mostly regular arrows, and the flaming ones will have a smaller chance of setting anything on fire. Keep in mind that a lot of units have some kind of fire resistance, which reduces fire damage. For example, Iron Reapers, which have the highest level of protection, take only 300 damage per stack. Nevertheless, in most cases the damage is very high, and besides that, fire resistance doesn't protect units from being stunned. Okay, so we got the flaming arrows covered. Apart from them, Incendiary Archers play just like any other archer. They are very weak in melee, but you can force them to shoot in close distance with attack area command. In general, I don't think it's a good idea to leave them somewhere to shoot freely. It's best to time the skill with the push so that your team can benefit from crowd control caused by the fire. It's especially important considering the ammo issues when using flaming arrows. Personally, I stop shooting when flaming arrows are not ready to conserve ammunition. You should also avoid shooting into shields, because Incendiary Archers have no block break, so you just waste your arrows. As for the build, Veterancy is an easy one, because the top line is the only one that makes sense. It provides increased DPS, more flame damage and ammo supply, so basically all you need. For the Doctrines, the increased ammo is a must. It allows you to use your flaming arrows one more time before the trip to the supply point. As for the rest, piercing armor penetration is nice because Incendiary Archers severely lack it. Other than that, the usual flat damage increases like Breakthrough and Siege Fighter are also good choices. There is also the Arrow Rain Doctrine, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. I counted how many flaming arrows you get with it, and honestly there is not much difference. You still get the improved target tracking, but on the other hand you have a reduced damage and accuracy. Personally, I think I will stick to damage or even the Sprint Doctrine. Okay, so that sums up the build. So let me clarify one more thing. I mentioned that Unit 3 upgrades are not working, but it's not exactly the case. If you max the flame damage upgrade, you will get additional 100 fire damage. However, it seems that the flame damage is capped at 500, which you already get from the Veterancy. Because of that, the fire damage from the Unit 3 is redundant, and the improved fire duration doesn't seem to have any effect at all. I also wanted to give you a few more tips about playing ranged units in general. Don't use range if your team already has like 3 of them in the field. If you don't have enough melee units, the enemy team will just roll through them and your shooters will be dead before they will achieve anything. Another thing is that it's really a good idea to start the match with the ranged unit. Firstly, it will probably die to traps or enemy ranged players. Secondly, it's easy to spend the whole match babysitting it, and you will find yourself not having enough time to use other units. It's important because if your team keeps fighting in disadvantage, they will run out of troops. And then, when you finally bring your own melee, you will be alone on the point against the enemy team. In short, before you bring your archers, make sure that the melee unit wouldn't be better in the current situation. and instead of sending them to the supply point, take a moment to think if it wouldn't be better to switch to another unit instead of waiting for them to refuel. Okay, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you found this video useful, and check out my other Conqueror's Blade guides. Thank you for watching and see you next time.